Hello friends, how are we doing today? I'm about to show you a new product from Urban Decay called the Ultimate Brush Off. The Ultimate Brush Set and Go Off. The Ultimate Brush Off Set and Go. I don't know how you say it. This is a new product from Urban Decay, obviously, I just said that. It's exclusive to Ulta. I talked about it in a previous episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Boring, and just got it in the mail, so I thought, hey, let's actually talk about it.
Also, because it is Friday the 13th, I wanted to invite you to our spooky stream times tonight at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be playing spooky games and having just a lot of fun, so I hope to see you there.
I saw that it was being released in Ulta, like it was in one of the Ulta ads, and it just looked like this. It wasn't open, so I kind of just guessed on what it was going to be, and my guess was it was going to be like those earlier 2000s when you'd have the brush and you like pumped a button and then the product would come out of the brush. That's what I thought it was going to be like. Looks like it's a little bit different. So first of all, it comes in 4 different shades. It comes in fair, which is right here, medium, dark, and deep, and then a universal shade, which probably has 0 coverage. If we open these up, we can kind of get an idea of what each of those looks like. So we have fair, which looks like it, I mean, what does universal look like if that's what fair looks like? Fair and universal look almost identical. Fair looks lighter than universal. That happens never. Then we have medium right here, and then we have dark, and then we have deep. So there's the difference between deep and dark. Basically, it looks like these are going to be setting powders, and they're really not going to add much. I mean, let me see, because I know MAC used to have setting powders that were in colors, but then they actually added no actual color payoff. Yeah, okay, so you can see that's the darkest color that they have on my freaking Elmer's glue skin. So it's not going to add a lot of coverage. So let's talk about the packaging here because it is pretty interesting. I'm going to be using fair today, even though, like I said, it's not really going to make much of a difference. Here's what fair looks like. I mean, what does universal look like if that's fair? So universal is a little bit warmer, actually. But on my skin, they look exactly the same. This is universal and this is fair. So let's talk about the packaging. It's pretty interesting. So what you have here is, I was expecting this to be able to push down. That's what I thought was going to happen, but it's not. It has a lock, so you can just twist it to unlock. Comes up, and it looks like you can shake to get the powder to go in this area, and then you have this brush. And I just want to say, this brush is super freaking soft. It does not feel like one of those shitty brushes that come with a product. Like back in the day, the brushes, the things I was talking about before that had the product in them, the brushes maybe looked like this, but they were sparse. There was a hole in the middle so that the product could come out, and they felt like a broom. This is super soft, and it's got a flat, it's like a kabuki brush essentially, and it's flat. So that means you'll be able to really press the product on where you want it and to buff it into the skin, which I do think is pretty cool. Then, of course, the product, you can open it this way if you wanted to apply it with like a different brush, let's say, or you wanted to apply it like a freaking crap ton. That's an option. Or you can just keep this on. It has a little sticker. Let's get the sticker off. And while I'm trying to get the sticker off, let's read the little thing that came with it. Why we love it. This weightless vegan powder sets makeup with a blurred out demi-matte finish. Locks down your look without flashback. Has built-in cruelty-free brush, which means you can touch up anywhere, anytime. Okay, finally got it off. So I do like the portability of this because generally loose powder is not really something that is portable. It's just sort of like you can have a compact with pressed powder, but loose powder is not. And sometimes pressed powder is not going to give you like that really take away the shine like loose powder can. Just going to shake it and see what we get. Oh, wow, that's like a decent amount. You can tap off the extra. Okay. And then the holes are big enough that it actually is going in. That's cool. All right, so. That's actually really nice. Wow. So I would definitely not say, I mean, it's not going to add coverage. Don't expect it to add coverage, but my skin feels set. I don't mind having like dewy finishes and stuff like that, but I definitely like my makeup to feel set. I don't like feeling like it's melting. That tends to happen a lot. Like today I'm wearing the new Makeup Forever foundation. And I like it. I like the coverage, but it feels a little bit like melty to me. It feels like I could feel it on my face and I feel like not set. So this actually, without even really having to like pump it on my skin. And what's nice too is this brush, I feel like I barely even have to touch it to my skin. I can like buff it in if I want to, but just even like gliding it right across actually feels like it's actually doing something. Guys, I was not expecting to have really any feelings about this, although I did just get some on my shirt, but it looks like it just comes off really easily. Okay, so we're going to leave this. We're going to see how long it lasts before I feel like I need to reapply, before I feel like I need to like put more on, and what it looks like when I'm reapplying it, when I'm layering it, so to speak. So right now it is about noon o'clock, so I will check in a little bit when I need to reapply, see how it goes, see how it looks when it keeps reapplying. Is it going to end up making my face look cakey? Is it going to look super smooth, like, and not be able to see it? Tune in like half a second after this transition. Hi friends. Okay, so checking in at the 7-hour mark, and it wasn't even, because I had planned when I was starting this video, I had planned to, come up here, have to re-put on this powder and really like have to do it a couple of times like how I feel normally during the day. But this is just honest, I didn't start to feel like I needed to reapply the powder. I didn't start feeling that kind of melting candle feel until about a half hour ago. This feels like way blown out. There we go. That looks better. Ooh. So it wasn't until about a half hour ago that I really was like, okay, I probably could use a little touch up. Just, it's like right here. Doesn't really feel bad anywhere else. Just like kind of in the, lines of my face. The only thing I feel is that like when I shake it, I feel like I get a little bit too much on here. But I mean, it's really easy enough to tap it in there. So basically what I'm going to do here is I don't want to move my foundation. So I'm just kind of pressing it in. And this brush is just so soft that it almost can act like a powder puff in that sense. Yeah, I have like the desire when I'm applying this to like kind of pat it on first and then go in and buff it out. Just because this is such like a giant kabuki brush, I worry that it would end up, kind of doing the thing that it's doing on the top. So if I zoom in, you can kind of see what I'm saying, hopefully at least. You can see on my forehead how it's starting to kind of look like scaly almost, where right here, it's not doing that. And I think that's because I patted it on first and didn't really focus on buffing it into the skin, because for sure, if I really zoom in on my forehead, you can see the scaliness I'm talking about, which, is not really the ideal look I'm going for. But when I was just doing this, it really diminished that, because I don't have that where I was really feeling like melty, which was more in the, like right here on the sides of my mouth. So, I mean, I'm definitely impressed the fact that I didn't even feel like I needed to reapply this until about 6.5 hours in. Because generally, I mean, I feel like I'm done wearing makeup, to be honest with you guys. I feel like I'm done wearing makeup. Usually it's like 4 hours in and my face starts to get that kind of melty feel and I'm like, all right, I'm over it. I don't want to wear this anymore. But with this, honestly, I kind of forgot I was wearing makeup. I even rubbed my eye at one point, which I'm very good at not doing. As you can see, like I have my duochrome inner corner still right here. I don't have it over here. When I know I have makeup on, I'm really good about not touching my eyes or doing like the little like really lightly kind of like scratching your lashes or grabbing your lashes to itch your eye instead of actually touching them. And I forgot I was wearing it, and that's because this powder actually made me forget. So that's pretty freaking awesome, I'm not gonna lie. So overall, I wasn't expecting to feel any which way about this. I definitely was like, okay, it is a powder, neat, whatever, and thought that the packaging was kind of gimmicky. And I mean, I will say, yeah, it's a little bit gimmicky, but it actually feels like a gimmick that works. So if you're someone who gets oily a lot and you don't like that feeling of your makeup kind of just melting off of your face, because I really don't, this is totally worth checking out. I feel like my foundation lasted longer. I feel like my face didn't get that gross melty feeling that I cannot stand, and I was able to have my makeup on a lot longer before becoming aware of it, which I feel like is really the goal. This is available exclusively at Ulta. I will link to it below, and I wouldn't worry too much about the shades like I showed you before. They really don't show up that much. If you're worried about something not working for you, just get the universal shade because that works for everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you next time.